Hello again, Steve here with a few words on what I experienced this evening. I was at a Toastmasters area contest, which was a bigger contest. We had about 35 people in the room or so, and about 7 or 8 speakers in total. We didn't get done until like 10 at night. Great event, and I ran into an old pal of mine that I had known for a few years actually in Toastmasters. Mark Willems is his name, and he actually did a presentation on creativity at one of our coffee chat events there a couple of years ago. And the speech that he had was fantastic. I mean, I was up against him, and I don't know what the judges were thinking. They actually gave me the win over him. I don't understand that, but very great presentation he had. It was on doing the impossible. Like he says that he gets fired up more than anything if somebody tells him it can't be done. That's what he really wants to do. Forget about the boring stuff of what can be done. He wants to challenge himself with what can't be done, according to people. And we've all been, I'm sure you're the same as I. Somebody who's one point in time has told you that can't be done. I remember one time years ago when I was working out on the West Coast near Vancouver. Those guys were sitting around in the lunchroom and they were telling us that it's impossible to buy a house in Vancouver, and especially on a one-income, family. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. We had 2 kids, and as it turned out, I had just happened to buy a second house like a few days before these guys were talking about it. And at a certain point, I said, "Excuse me, I own a house. I bought a house a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, I just bought another one, and so it can be done." And because they were categorically, it can't be done because the prices were too high, right? Then they figured the numbers wouldn't work. Well, there were little pockets here and there where you could. And I did. And I didn't have a big income or anything. Just did it. And so often that's what limits us, right? I mean, he had this one really good line. I forget what it was, but progress is made by human beings or something like that, along the lines of people venturing into what can't be done, because we're always growing and expanding and inventing and stuff like this. So there's always a frontier, right? And it's those who venture off through the frontier line into the unknown, into what can't be done, who then come up with stuff. This invention, right? I look forward to it. It's going to be in April sometime. He's going to give a presentation, I think, I'll talk to him a little bit, but on the lines of what he did, which was it was a 7-minute presentation, but he'll expand it out a bit more, I think, because he's good at that, into let's say a 15-minute talk, 15 or 20-minute talk, and then we can have a discussion on the topic. It's kind of a blend of coffee chat and the speakers forum. We'll see how that works. See if I can get a couple speakers in there. And but yeah, just if you got some thoughts on your experience of somebody telling you it can't be done, even on something just small, and then you did it anyway, that's inspiring, I think, because it's another example of people going beyond the frontier of people's imagination very often. I mean, there's things that there probably are things that in our development maybe can't be done, like levitating just in thin air. I mean, some people say that can be done. I've never seen it done. I thought I saw it done once, but I can't say for sure because I didn't actually measure the gap or anything. But there might be things that defy the laws of physics. But a lot of times it's people's wording. It can't be done, right? But it can physically be done. But people just think it can't be done. Those are the kind of things that I think we can challenge ourselves with legitimately, and with great joy and great satisfaction when we actually prove that it can be done. Nice chatting again. Hope to do this again soon. My name is Steve. Bye for now.